Good morning. It is just before noon, Sunday, January 25th, 2026. And I am on my way to Kalama Falls, I think is the name of it. I don't know. It's just kind of a second choice. I was going to do Blue Lake Trailhead, south side of Mount St. Helens. And it was just too much ice. Snow on the road. I was about 4.5 miles away and I didn't want to chance it. So backtrack, came here, saw this. It's about 1 mile in back, so it'll be 2 miles round trip to get to the Kalama Falls Trailhead, which is, I'm assuming, maybe a mile more than that. So assuming around 4 miles round trip, 2 miles in and back, out and back. But as you can see, it's a beautiful day. It's probably in the low to mid 40s. So you can see there's snow around. I had to walk across the trail back there where it was real forested and it was iced over, so I definitely had to take my time. But this is obviously a horse trail too, because you can see the hoof marks. But ain't but a couple of vehicles at the gate by the road, so there shouldn't be too many people. About a 3 hour trip south of Puyallup, where I live, South Hill area. So foggy and patches coming down. As you can see, fog is gone here. Hope everybody's having a good 2026. Mine's doing good. Work's doing better as far as my ankle and everything, and I'm able to get out and go hiking now and working out. Oh man, pretty thick there. But now I'm getting checked up here another week or so, getting physical and lab work done. Get lab work done Tuesday, but just maintenance. Got to maintain. Yeah, a little opening right through there. But yeah, I just felt good just to get out for a little bit and off these next 3 days. So I decided to try to get as much fresh air and exercise as possible. Try and get my little back on because it is a little chilly. But it's slightly downhill, pretty much look coming from it. Had a couple of backup plans. This wasn't one of them. But I know it'll be a nice place to go when it warms up. June after June. Give me some plans for plenty of things to do. But yeah, mate, 2026, your best year possible. Don't worry about all that crap that's going on, distracting and divide. Start living your best life possible. Become untouchable. The lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of the sheep. I march the beat of my own drum. I live my life with as much freedom as possible. I'm getting more freedom every day, not less. More security. More stability every day, not less. I don't want to count on the government or anybody for anything. I'm not owed anything in this world. I don't care about any bad things that have happened to me. Just living my best life possible. I recommend you do the same thing. Just start watching things that are enjoyable. I've been watching Primal, which is an adult cartoon from Adult Swim. It's on HBO Max too. Really getting into that. It's pretty cool. and Barbarian Dungeon Soup series on YouTube. Hilarious. Even bought me a Barbarian Squirt of Lemon action figurine made by the best people with autism, so you know it's good. Oh, but it's pretty funny too. Adult cartoon themed as well, but I highly recommend those. Landman's good. Tulsa King's good. You know, my favorite show of all time is Game of Thrones. Seen it 5 times through. Even the last season, you can say what you want, still better than 95% of the crap that was on at the time. Still better than everything that's out now. Justified, great. The Shield, phenomenal, gritty. Michael Chiklis and Walton Goggins, became huge fans of them, especially Walton Goggins. That's my man. Anything he's in, he's just a joy to watch. Phenomenal actor. Especially being from the South, gotta love that accent. Highly educated man, very intelligent. Justified, with him as well, and then Timothy Oliphant. As great as Timothy is in it, Walton Goggins is what made the series. It wouldn't have been the same if they would have killed him off like they originally had planned in the first one. So the test audience that all agreed and banded together and said, he needs to be part of the show. Thank you. Y'all got that one right. But music. There's so much music. I discover music daily I've never heard before. Good music never has expiration. Heck, I heard some music from Russia and Japan from the 80s and early 90s. It's kind of been in my playlist on YouTube. Nostalgia wise. And I never even heard the songs before. But good music has no expiration date. Listen to different genres of music. I firmly believe that if you open yourself up to different avenues and whole different styles of music, that your brain waves start to function differently. If you believe in that kind of stuff, but I believe it does change your mentality. Calming music does calm you down. That's one thing I do know for sure. When I'm at work, love listening to lo-fi music. Even have my favorite ones. Artist Ginseng, love. Who else? Hayden Kamstra, I believe is another one, and Soup Box, I believe is another one. If that song, that might be the song. I thought it was that one. Anyway, those are pretty good. Love classical music. Love Frank. A lot of the older big bands. Good music. Jazz. Oh, love some jazz music. Blues. I'm in the mood. Especially when I go back home in October for King Biscuit Blues Festival. Highly recommend. Some great music. Side stages, highly recommend as well. Lots of great music, especially on like Thursday and Friday night. But great music and more of a I'd even say more intimate atmosphere, especially on the side stages. Can't wait to go back for that. Not gonna go back in April though. Fortunately, I don't really have the time saved up. But it is what it is. Work's been right by me, stuck by me with my knee and everything, or ankle. So I'm gonna do right by them as well. It's I want to definitely have a positive working relationship. Simplify your life. Life isn't meant to be this complicated. But anyway, get out there and Start living your best life possible. You know, make positive influences in your life. You know, don't live by the standards and norms of others. You know, what I'm building for is not only secure for the rest of my life, but for my son as well. And you know, be able to live out just the rest of my days in peace and harmony with no issues at all, no bills. And then also have my son taking care of the rest of his life whenever he wants to come there. It'll be ready for him. But life waits on no one, so I'm gonna retire and get on my mountaintop in Madison County, Arkansas, and live out the rest of my days on my 19 acres. Self-sustaining and not a care in the world. You know, been planning for over 5 years for it. Got the land. Perfect piece of land for self-sustainable. On top of a mountain, old homestead water well, gently sloping pasture on top. So all the wind and solar I'll need. Right, literally right on a 2-lane highway. Hour outside of Fayetteville, Arkansas. So, yeah, Boston, Arkansas is the name of the town actually. So, yeah, start getting out there living your best life possible, people. Start working on one thing at a time. You don't like how much you weigh, start cutting back. It ain't gonna happen overnight. Didn't happen overnight getting that way. Just 1 pound, 1 day at a time. Slowly but steadily. Progress, not perfection. Same thing with your mental health, you know. Get rid of this stuff that's causing all your anxiety and stress. You know, so change your disposition, your mentality, how you think about, you know, life. You're not owed anything. So what if you had bad shit happen to you? See? Even horse shit. I didn't plan that, I promise. But bad shit happens, man. Get over it. Now, can't have a future if you're too busy stuck living in the past. Can't have a present either. Now, every day that you spend miserable, sad, not happy, you'll never get that day back. It's gone forever. There's no do-overs on it. Can't respawn. Oh well, no. You know, starts today. But you'll never ever change your mentality if you don't believe it. You gotta tell yourself every day, reinforce it, you know. And I promise you, eventually it will stick, you know. But if you don't believe and you don't want to change and you don't want to be better for yourself, it ain't gonna happen. You know? I'm not perfect, no, not by any means, but I'm perfectly content, happy with who I am. I don't have all the answers to life, but I pretty much have all the answers to my life. 52, it's gonna be 53. But yeah. You know, the sooner that you can, younger, the better, I promise you. I'm never going back to how I was a few short years ago. No. You know, I'm enjoying life. I'm loving life. And, you know, I don't wake up miserable. You know, sad, or just miserable. Like, you know, just in a funk. You know, like being like a drill sergeant in your head. Get up. Get ready for work now. Yes, drill sergeant. So, no, I wake up now. I'm happy. Like, all right, you know, I go to work. You know, do my job so I can be off and doing this, enjoying this stuff. This what makes it all worthwhile. Yeah. Work doesn't revolve around, or life doesn't revolve around work. Work revolves around life. You know, get basically 3 weeks off a year right now. When it gets back up to 4, then I'll start going back home twice a year then. So it'll be a couple years from now, 2 years, and that's all right. I can't really complain in the grand scheme of things, and I'm not. Yeah. things can always be worse. I'm not gonna let anybody walk over me, no. You know, but sometimes life's about compromise. You know, it's okay to compromise in certain things. Morals and values, I'll never compromise in. You know, like I stole when I was younger, I ain't proud of it. Pretty much every kid does, some still more than others. But I haven't stolen anything in years, and I never will. If I can't afford it, I don't need it. I don't want it. Now, that's why everything I have, oh, I'm proud of it, because I earned it. I worked, saved, and paid for it with my own money. And usually I got a deal on it. Get it, you know, being frugal. There's nothing wrong with being frugal, especially this day and age. But I've been frugal my whole life. My mom taught me that. You know, not cheap, frugal, big difference. You know, I spent $200 on a watch for myself. I ain't never spent that much on a watch. Grand scheme of things, it ain't that much, but to me, that's a lot. But you know what? I love it. Wear it every day at work, and that's why you get something like that, a watch. You know, tell time, but also something that you want to see is work of art. You know, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars. It'd be nice to have that money, but see, this is what I'm talking about. Whoa. Got to be careful. Oh, excuse me. Oh man, look at that. Beautiful. But anyway, y'all get out there and make 2026 your year. I'm starting to hear water, so I'll be getting up here closer in a minute. I don't even know how to get down there because I didn't download the maps here. But I'll get some video here, hopefully, coming up. But anyway, y'all get out there and enjoy nature, people. Later.